So we made some really good progress on these trees today. We're getting them trimmed up and ready to sell this year. And I mentioned this on the last video, but I'm not certain how a lot of these are going to sell. Some of them do look nice, but some like this one are quite wide, and I'm not so sure how they're going to do. Some of them are really nice. This one's a pretty decent example right here. It's relatively even, I guess, on the pruning. And this one right here is really the model tree. If they could all look like that, I would just be thrilled. Look at how nice this one is. Got a nice stump on it. Anyway, we'll put them up for sale and see what happens. And if they sell, that'll be great. And if they don't, well, we've had a learning experience, I suppose. So guys, you've probably figured out by now that our house is pretty much in the middle of the woods, and of course that means we got a lot of trees around the house, so we get a lot of leaves and pine straw and stuff on the top. So 2, maybe 3 times a year I have to come up and blow all the stuff off, and that helps with 2 things. It helps to prevent leaks so the water doesn't back up and run backwards up onto the tin and leak, and it also makes sure that sparks don't come out of the chimney here and light the stuff on the top of the roof on fire. I think that's fairly unlikely, but you know, it's a whole lot better to be safe than sorry. But anyhow, what we're going to do now, since I'm already up here, we're going to give this a little inspection, probably scrub it out a little bit. We're probably going to try to do a fire tonight, the first one of the year. So I just want to make sure it's clear of debris, doesn't have a whole lot of creosote buildup in it, just to give me a little peace of mind when I sleep. Got some spider webs. Definitely got some creosote buildup going on in here. I don't think it's too bad. Some of it seems kind of flaky, so I think maybe it'll come off okay. Let's give it a little scrub. I'll go down to the bottom later on off camera and vacuum it all. I pulled the insert and vacuumed it all out of the bottom. For now, we'll just scrub it from the top side. So I've been working on this by hand for a while now, and you can see there's a good bit that I've gotten dislodged there, but there's just, I'd really like to get it better. So here's what I've done. I have rigged up an old drill with a round stovepipe type round cleaner on the end of it. I'm going to see if this will knock some of the rest of it out. All right guys, I'm filming this with my phone because it seems to pick up light a whole lot better in this chimney. So I've been working on this little project here for over an hour, and I've been working on it with the manual scrub brush, with that drill powered thing that really didn't work that good, and also with this garden hose. So let's see what it looks like. So here's what we're left with here. You can see these are just sections of terracotta chimney flue liner, and this topmost section did pretty good. Of course, it was easier to access. The next section was pretty stubborn. The next 3 sections down towards the bottom actually came pretty clean, and I'll try to do a before and after here, but let me see if I can get the flashlight down there. There we go. So there's a whole pile of junk down there in the bottom. You can see that's going to have to be removed, but see that bottom one there is looking really nice. The next one a little dirtier, the next one's about the same, and this one right here, man, it was stubborn. So anyway, like I said, I'd probably do well to get a pro out here at some point to give this a good scrub, but I really think we're good for this year. I know a lot of y'all who have been watching the channel for a long time remember the little beagle who was the channel mascot. Well, this is her. This is Cricket. Speak, speak. Good girl. Unfortunately, Cricket is in the pen. Cricket got to where she would wander, and somebody found her in the highway one time. Thankfully, she didn't get run over. So in response to that, I built an underground fence. I enclosed about 5 acres out here with an underground fence wire, and it worked great. She had a blast for the longest time, but then I got a break in the underground fence wire. And as you can imagine, trying to find a break in that much underground wire is impossible. Until now. This is the product that I think is going to help me find the break in the underground cable. This is exactly what it says it is, an underground wire locator. Let's see what it's all about. So PetSafe is the company that I went with for the underground fence, and it's a really good product, really good setup, works really well. But the wire is small, as you would imagine, so I'm really not surprised that it has a break in it. PetSafe does make a similar product to locate the wire, but it was something like $100. This could be one of those instances that you get what you pay for. I don't know. This one was closer to $44, $45, $50, somewhere along in there. And if it works, we'll be in good shape. All right, they both work. At least the lights come on. Oh my. So if anybody's interested in this, this is Coalsol brand, and as you can see, they are your excellent helper in cable test. So if y'all want this, as you can tell, it probably came off of Amazon. Coalsol is the brand. Let's go see if it works or not. And you can rest easy if you purchase this product, because counterfeiting is not allowed. So I'm going to start right down here for a couple of reasons. One reason is that I know that this is where the wire is, and another reason is that I know that there's a break right over here. When they put the underground fiber optic cable in, they cut through it, which was fine. I actually told them to do that because it was the easiest thing, and this is a quick repair. So I've got a break, I know where it is, and we're going to test this product with the existing break. And I think we'll be able to find it quick today because I've got a helper. Do you want to help?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so of course first we've got to find the existing wire. Can you help me find the wire?
Yes, I think I know.
No, you cannot. Oh, there. No, that's not. That's a root.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, here's the existing wire. You see it?
I do.
There's the wire. All right, so here's what we got to do. We've got to create a ground. So I've got a screwdriver that I don't really care about. Now we're going to clip this red wire to the wire, and we're going to clip the ground to the ground.
We are.
We sure are. All right, so now we're going to turn that on, and we're going to turn this on. So guys, that is not even the wire. That's some kind of a root that looks like a wire. Let's try that again. So here's our wire. It took me a few more tries, but now we've definitely got the wire. All right, so again, we'll make a ground. Clamp it. Clamp our ground. All right, switch it on. All right, so I do think it's working, and here's kind of how it works, and it's a bummer that I'm not really going to get to show y'all or let y'all hear how it's working. One of the problems that I've found so far is that there's a horrendous static noise, some kind of, I don't know what it is exactly, but if you turn it all the way up and use the external speaker, it just blasts this horrendous static. So I put the earbuds in and they seem to work. So basically how it works is I suspend the end of this wire over the ground, and as I get closer to the wire, the tone in the earbuds gets louder. And as I get farther away, it gets, of course, softer. It's loudest right there, so the wire should be right up under the ground right there. All right, so I just successfully located the wire, so it does actually work. And I know the wire's in this general vicinity right here, but I'm gonna locate it for y'all just to prove that it actually will locate the wire. So this spot right here is where it's telling me there's the cable. So let's see if it's right. It was right last time. Oh, there it is right there. Yep. Can y'all see that? It found it. All right, so it does work to find the cable. Will it work to find brakes? Let's see. So I want to show y'all what's going on. I think I found this brake that I was looking for, this first brake that I was using to test everything. So I'm getting a feedback right here, but it stops. It stops right here. So there's a chance that our brake is right there. Let's try to dig it up and see. Hey buddy, can you help me dig?
Yes, I can. It's cricket wire.
Yeah, we're finding Cricket's wire, aren't we? We are.
Yes, we are.
Oh, there it is. There's Cricket's wire. Let's see if there's a brake right here.
There's a big one.
Looky there. There's a brake right there. It found it. Can you believe that? This thing actually works. It does. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just repair this right here, and I am not gonna put y'all through. Oh, look at that. There's the other end of it. I'm gonna need a splice. I'm gonna need a smaller piece, but there it is. It found the brake. I am totally impressed in some ways. I'll explain in a minute. Let me go get a piece and I'll splice this together. These are underground wire connectors, but I was just a little sloppy in my execution. Plus, I like to have insurance, so we're gonna slather some silicone on it as well. So I am really confident that there were 2 breaks in this wire, but it's been a really long time, so I'm just gonna double check. Hopefully I misremembered and there was just one and that was it. Let's test it. Not very good lighting in here, sorry. I think I misremembered. It's showing me a full loop. Oh, this is great. All right, we're gonna test it. It's working. I'm about to have a happy beagle. All right, guys, so here's my final opinion on this product. This product actually does what it says it'll do. It's really, really cheap. It was, I mean, I say it's cheap. It was $45, $50, so that's not all that cheap. But in comparison to other products like this, it was cheap. And it is built pretty cheap. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. If we turn it on at higher volume levels, sometimes you get interference like that. I guess that's interference. I'm really not an electrical guy, so I'm not sure. But if I take the battery back off of it, I find that if I touch the battery, well, let me turn it up some. There we go. It happens when I touch the battery, and I don't know if that's some interference, electrical interference from my body. I'm not an electrical guy, so I really don't know. If there's some electricians out there who know, please leave that in the comments. Also, there seems to be a short in it somewhere. Watch the power button, power light rather. It kind of gets staticky, the power light kind of flickers, and if we do this, put the earbuds in, it does it there too. So it does work, it does what it says it'll do, but you really kind of have to operate it like a MacGyver type invention. All the parts are there, they're just not put together very well. I think that's the issue. I'm not going to send it back because it did what it was supposed to do, and I'm confident that it'll do it again. I can't imagine how long it'll last. Hopefully I won't have to use it very often. But anyway, if y'all are in this same predicament, this product works, but I would encourage you to go on PetSafe's website and maybe get a spring for a better product. Now, I don't have the PetSafe version of that product, so I can't say that it's better quality or not. I would certainly hope so. Anyway, I'm happy we got the fence fixed. We got a lot of stuff done today. Cricket's happy. I don't even know where she is, but I haven't heard her get shocked yet, so hopefully she remembers that wire. Anyway, I'll see y'all on the next one. Thank y'all so much for watching.
Thumbs up.
Oh, you know how to use your thumb.
Thumbs up.
Very good.
You have a big one out here.